weed or brand new pussy?
Oh, so that's just how we gonna come in. All right. Word. So I say, for me, that's a no-brainer, nigga. It's gonna be weed because here's why: there is no such thing anymore as new pussy. It may be new to you, but that pussy ain't new, man. So no.
Hey man, there's a lot of young girls out here that still young tenderonis that haven't threw that thing on out there. It's a lot of girls that are freshmen.
Looking in that direction.
You know, you're not, but I'm just saying, just because you're not looking don't mean that these young girls don't exist and somebody's looking. You feel me? I mean,
so what you value more, new pussy or weed?
If I was gonna have to choose, it's very clear that it would definitely be weed. No, if I had to just pick one.
Why?
Yeah. Why? Just because I'm a logical man, right? So here's how I look at it: it's which one of these motherfuckers, if you call on them and say I need you to be there right now, won't be there for you? The weed or some brand new pussy? Not some reliable motherfucking hold you down, been rocking with you pussy. Some brand new pussy. If you need that little bit of support, if you need something to just some person to just hold you down, and you know what, not fuck up the vibe and not say shit. Weed, motherfucking brand new pussy. I did a poem in college. It was called "Bitches or Beer." I think I talked about that, you know, but I mean, that's just a whole poem. But, you know, just from the fact that you can carry, 40 in a trunk as opposed to not being able to carry 40 at the time, this was the poem. You know, this is where I was in life. Hey, 40 bitches in the trunk, it'll go down slow and be real smooth, so Bitch or Beer was the poem. And I won't go into the monologue. We'll let it live.
Please don't. So anyway,
but we'll let it live. But that's the point. So at the same time, if you're looking for a vice, the point of both of those thoughts was going to be more reliable and hold you down. It's probably going to be that drug, because if you rely on a person to do that, especially a female, then you might get let down.
Probably will.
Yep.
So that segues us perfectly. And this is something that has been on a lot of people's minds. I be seeing a lot of people post about it, but I actually started looking into it probably like a year ago. As we're talking about fucking, new pussy, multiple pussies, however, the real control comes from being able to control yourself in that. So anyway, control yourselves, guys and ladies. Gird your loins.
Girded Loins Prevail.
Yeah, girded. Hey, we put that shit on a shirt. Don't y'all steal that shit either. Girded Loins Prevail.
That could be the title
That's
of this
the name
podcast.
Of this episode.
Girded Loins
Prevail.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, let's hit our first freestyle session.
Hey man.
Yeah. So you was talking about Girded Loins Prevail.
Gird your loin.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. You dropped that knowledge.
Okay. Yeah. Hold up. Yeah. Dirty Loins Prevail.
Yeah.
Why would I sell?
Yeah.
When I know I'm worth more.
Yeah.
What you look at me for?
Yeah.
I know I'm the example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the prime.
Yeah.
Not Amazon. It's truth this time.
Hope.
Come on with it. So we go, anytime we got a bar, we gonna go back and down. We gonna hit y'all with an impromptu freestyle session. That's how we doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do.
Motherfucking right. I'm ready, nigga. I hope I say some shit. I hope I say some shit. Don't let Billy the Bloke get on and do a couple bars in it.
Kill him, Billy.
Fuck around.
But we was getting into soul ties, Anderson. How do you feel about soul ties? Do you think soul ties has any relevancy, or how do you feel about it?
Here's how I
First off, tell the listeners what soul ties are.
Soul ties are something that is something that's a concept that's, like you said, it's nothing new. It's not new to me, but at the same time, when I hear it, it's new to me because it's just where I am in life. Like, I like the idea of having a soul tie. Like, that's a good idea. It makes me feel good, so it makes me like the idea of aspiring to it. And that's what men do. Like if you like the idea of having a bad woman who's dedicated to you, you'll find a woman that you see as bad and that you think is dedicated to you. And you'll run with that because that's what you want to see in your mind, and that's how you see yourself as being handled and handling your shit. So yeah, a soul tie from what the conversations that I just had and clarity from some fellow podcasters is a soul tie is when you have someone that from a soul perspective, it's like you two are split into two different people, a man and a female, but your souls are inclined. You're like kindred souls. So do soul ties exist? I feel like they do, but I feel like you have to have your radar tuned in for, like the same way you say is good music exists. If some people are gonna say no because all they hear is something that they don't like from a platform that is just normal and standardized to them. But if you want good music, you just look and you can actually find it. You just have to go a little further. You got to dig a layer deeper. So I feel the same way about soul ties, brother. But how about you?
I feel they absolutely are real. And it made so much sense to me after I researched it. In a nutshell, basically everything that he said is accurate. But what I took from it is people you done fucked raw with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those your soul ties. And when I start looking into that shit, bro, that shit 100% accurate because I could be doing some shit and I could be mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm mad or while I'm thinking about whatever, I might think about an old relationship, and that shit'll be like, that person would bring that emotion out of me or
right.
or normalize that emotion. And I ain't understand like, damn, why I'm tripping like this? Or it might be
right.
a chick crossed my mind and it wasn't because her pussy was fire, nothing like that. It was just like, damn, why this bitch on my mind? You know what I'm saying?
Associated with somebody else. Like,
yeah, we might even end it. Well, I ain't never had one like end really on like bad terms. You know what I'm saying? It's like an understanding more so than anything. But even with that, man, it still be like, damn.
I feel you. And I feel like too, like everybody you fuck, you give a little piece of your soul to, and they give a piece of yours back. So I found myself, like for example, if you're fucking somebody sweet and calm and passive, you might have a little bit more of that energy, but then you turn around and fuck somebody who's aggressive, raw, and uncut and filtered. Now some of that energy is gonna just naturally just kind of seep into your veins, right? That's gonna be a part of your like leisurely talk track. Right. And that's just because that's what you have been intimately close with. So you whether you want to or not, you start ingratiating, you start absorbing some of that energy. So it's truly, it's real, and if you fuck so many people raw, man, you can get to a point and you just fucking everybody. You can just be a soulless vessel. Now you like a vampire. For real. Like you like a fucking vampire and you just searching for souls.
Rabbit.
Like you just trying to get somebody else's something because you have an emptiness. You have this nothing.
Man, that's deep.
Yeah.
So
I gave it some thought.
Here, like even with that too, like man, I look at that when you doing that, you have to look and understand like what that person, like you don't even know they past really, like right. What souls they tied to,
and you get all of that.
Yeah, you getting all of that. So you getting all of that like wrapped into you, but the whole time you tripping, and you might not even understand why you tripping, and that really, man, seriously, real shit, that be it. And I'm like. And I'm gonna tell you what messed me up. I connect with women I have like a fascination with women with music. Like if women like really know music, like in the music, and they could put me on new music or like.
That's a vibe.
Yeah, like that shit. That shit sexy as fuck. If you like, yo, I bet you don't know this shit, and you play it, I'm like, damn, that is dope. Now, after I fuck with you, I can't even enjoy the song no more.
Right.
Cause it bring up you. You put me on the shit. Yeah.
It's just another way. It's just a different way because you don't really listen to R&B, but it's like a different way now that you associate. Like somebody else might associate Donnell Jones. Like, now I think about her, or she may love Mary or Monica. And now you hear them songs or those artists, and you're like, it go back. Yeah. So when you interchange some souls, it's just like STDs. Like everybody that person been with, like from a soul perspective, you get some hybrid mutated piece of everything that made them who they are now. You're just taking in all of that. But at the same time, when you really think about it, if you understand that and you know it, and you're willing to still embark upon that adventure with someone, that's like a fucking high. That's invigorating. If some two people are like enlightening.
I'm high right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know.
Nigga, I thought you should have dropped the bars. I was finna go ahead and sprat.
We weren't gonna get it all too.
We ain't gonna sprat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let them live, but next time I ain't gonna drop them bars on your motherfucking ass, nigga.
So yeah, man, be careful with them soul ties. Make sure, especially now, man, cause you gotta really be guarded. This day and age, like it's sad, man. Like the whole world turning into a scam. Nigga could be doing the most honest shit, nigga, and I'm skeptical of his ass. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Like nigga came to the crib the other day trying to sell some damn solar panels. Nigga, you would thought that nigga was outside naked with a chopper in his hand. Nigga, I'm looking at the camera, standing to the side, clutching all this shit.
Mark ass nigga, your fuck ass solar panels, nigga.
Solar panel.
Get your solar panel ass pussy ass pop.
I think everything was scam, bro. So it be like hard. But so let me ask you this. Donald Trump free, you know, he pardoned
I know where you're going.
several people, right?
I know where
some
you're
of the
going.
big names was Kwame Kilpatrick,
Okay.
Kodak,
Okay.
Wayne. Did your opinion of Donald Trump change or alter any when he did that?
Absolutely not. And here's why. If you take this, and this is just, you know, my thought process. If you take this from the point of a military African American, which is not my perspective, but this is how I look at it. If I was to reference one of those people that I've either know or I've even seen in history, they would be like, nah, that's motherfucking Coonan. Because who he released, let's think about it. Let's think about the type of people that he didn't release. Like, he didn't release a person, and this is not to knock anybody, but let's just be real. Like, if you're talking about artists who spit something that's fire, I'll give you that. But some talking about artists that their music gives back in a way and in a sense to the community, or speaking to positive, or speaking to, you know, how to do something more. Their music is not embodying that based on where they're on their journeys, and based on Lil Wayne being, you know, 30 plus, you know, that's just where it is. I'm not gonna say where he should be or shouldn't be, but he didn't free black political activists who were focused on nothing but the development and in right empowerment. Like, he ain't free a Nipsey Hussle. You feel me? He freed a nigga who was like, and these are just facts. I love Lil Wayne. I lived in Louisiana for a huge position of my life. But let's be real.
Yeah, I
like,
love it.
Lil Wayne was on that motherfucker. What the fuck? I ain't got no problem with white people. White people be paying me. You heard me? I'm good, man. What the fuck? If them niggas fuck with some niggas, that's them niggas. And if you fuck with them niggas, you a fucking fool. White people, you know, he did all of that. So, like, if I was to reference any of these people, like, if I was to go, like, you know, if Malcolm X was here right now, and we was just chilling, you know, smoking some weed and shit, which I'm sure he wouldn't have done, and I'm not gonna do either. But yeah. But if I was to ask him, he'd be like, man, why as a black man will I get excited when a white man frees some niggas? You know what I'm saying? And, you know,
okay,
that's really how I would look at that shit.
Hold on, man. That was a bar. You gotta go.
Shit.
You ready?
Okay, I'm a nigga.
Hey.
Nigga. Yo. Yeah. Hand on the trigger, rain, damn it, going crazy. All you friend is these niggas. You ain't friend the real babies. You ain't friend the real lows. The riders going to speak the truth. You fuck with all these fucking coons and act like motherfucking fools. And now you happy. Now you clapping. Now you love it. These niggas is dumb as fucking. They give a motherfucker about no nigga. Nothing. Nothing, nigga.
You
Not
say that
fucking
nigga
around,
DJ
nigga.
nigga.
Get you niggas.
This nigga dropped that fire.
Bars.
Yeah, so anyway, way to close your segment out there, good brother. Rain, he took it Yes, sir. Give him a round of applause. He took it somewhere I was kind of going to take it, but he took it a little further. That's what happened. Somebody got mad because I said, listen, first off, I don't want to see no nigga behind bars.
Right.
Right? Everybody know I'm a big-time Kodak fan. I've covered several of his songs on mixtapes. But that was a waste of pardon, bro. That was a waste of pardon. I'm just gonna call it what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. And I ain't here to talk no shit, but I'm here to damn tell you that real shit now.
Talk your shit.
So Kodak had tweeted, hey, as soon as I get out, I'm giving $1 million to any charity. Nigga get out, took the tweet down. So they called his lawyer to the carpet like, hey, what's up with that tweet about the $1 million to charity? We're going to disclose more information. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, because here's why I thought about it, right? Kodak, he still got the case down here in South Carolina with us. Mm-hmm. We need Kodak music. We need Kodak out. But Kodak gotta damn get his shit right, man, because here's the thing. I told my brother like this. I said, man, you got to think about it like this, right? So let's say you got a partner who, this nigga done had like so many shots to damn take off. Like, I mean, he's been in front of everybody. He's been pushed. Like, we've all been behind him. We've done everything for him.
You know, a high school basketball player just like this.
Yeah. We've done everything for him. Now we got this other dude who ain't never had a shot, but we see, okay, we give this motherfucker the shot, he go score with that shit. You know what I'm saying? That, and if I had that choice, you could be my partner. But I done gave you all this help all this time, man. It's like, yo, you still my man's $100,000, but we gotta see, like, okay, let's try and see if we can all get behind this person and push them. That's how I would have looked at that. Like, you know, Kodak, for real, man, Kodak had a lot of chances, bro. Like, some real shit, man. I know people grow, and I know it, but I don't know, man. I hope he do, because that could be a great example to the youth of this day to see how he turned his life around. He do a lot of shit in the community that they don't talk about, but, man, I just hope he don't prove it wrong. And that Wayne shit, man, they can frame it up however they want and say it wasn't no play and it had nothing to do with him endorsing Trump. Y'all think Wayne give a fuck about politics? Y'all really smoking damn some PCP or something? That nigga don't care
Politics,
about that shit. Yeah.
So I think what we're saying on behalf of the I Say Podcast is we hope you niggas prove us wrong.
Yeah.
But we pretty sure you niggas,
right?
If you continue at the rate you're gonna be niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So hopefully
they ain't free no hair, Tubman.
No, they don't.
They ain't free none of these wrongly accused motherfuckers who got fucked over by cops and then went to jail with a bogus charge. Ain't free nobody like that.
Nah, we didn't do it.
That's the wrong message to free.
So let me ask you this. So you more I be hearing women say more and more, man. You'll be like, hey, so women don't like this or what? I'm the wrong one to ask. I'm a whole nigga. Like, what does that mean? And to you, and do you like a woman who be like, I'm a whole nigga? You know what I'm saying? Because that's like nails on a chalkboard to me. When I hear a woman be like, I'm a whole nigga. Like,
I think when I hear people, I just try to listen to what they're really saying. So a lot of times when you say, for real, like because when you say some shit, a lot of people can say the same thing and it can mean a completely different thing.
Well, you preaching tonight,
so,
boy.
Like, I really just try to get the base point. And that base point is just, from my experience, going to be different from woman to woman. Like, some women will say I'm a whole nigga because, like, they've been raised by, you know, they didn't have sisters. They had a whole lot of brothers. They had a whole lot of male cousins. Like, they grew up fighting. They grew up as tomboys. So they're the way that they express themselves, the way that they talk, the way that they handle themselves was more so what their brothers and their cousins exposed them to. You know, and, you know, it's a million and one different ways that, you know, somebody's worldview can be. But it, you know, when I hear it, it's really a question, and the only thing that really matters at that point is do I want to understand the why? Because if you hear that at the base level, if that's something you're not interested in, you're just gonna be like, well, fuck, this conversation is pretty much irrelevant. Even if I stand here and nod my head, the rest of this shit is just me thinking about other shit and pretending like I'm listening to you. But if you want to know the why, and if you care enough to, or even curious enough to want to know the why, that's the only reason you want to look at that next layer. But like we said, when motherfuckers just say I'm toxic, like a lot of people don't know how to explain they toxic. They can't get the why, so.
Yeah.
I
And
think
when
it's
you
the same
said that,
thing.
it made me think it could be a woman's way of saying, I'm on all that game, you go try and run on me.
Right.
It could just be that simple. You may have just
You may have
awoken
missed
me to
all
some
that.
new shit. Yeah, because I wasn't even thinking like that. I was thinking like, when a motherfucker say that, that's an immediate turn off for me because you getting out of your lane. You not supposed to be trying to be a whole nigga. You supposed to be a woman. Like, so now I could already tell you got your roles mixed up. So
you looking at it completely different.
you know, and you got you need help with your roles. So I would be the wrong individual to come. You know
it
what
might
I'm saying?
not even be like that at all.
Yeah. So damn, that's deep. I could respect that. I'm a whole nigga.
Yeah, so we're gonna defend. I'm gonna defend you ladies who say you a whole nigga. I'm not gonna knock you for that because they might be just letting you know, hey, like you said, I'm on this game, or they might purposely be trying to curb a nigga. So or just let them know, hey, like I fuck with you, but this is what I'm positioning myself as you getting yourself into. It could be 1,000,001 different reasons, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you follow like anything, even half-heartedly, you would kind of see like Master P is coming more and more to the forefront of, hey man, let's be black, let's create it, let's be black, let's do it. He talked about even the latest Clubhouse, how that's worth billions, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, we gotta stop giving people like
the culture.
The culture, we gotta be willing to do it ourselves. But he took it a step further, and he was like, if a black man came up with that shit, nobody would have supported it. So my question is, do black people feel like they always have to have white guidance to ultimately get the way they want to go?
It comes back to, and again, this is going to segue into another one of our topics, but it's like it comes back to how you were raised, what you were predisposed to believe. Like my granddad, God rest his soul, I never heard him say this, but my mom used to tell me, he always told her this growing up. It's like, if you're white, this is what he grew up, the perception. He knew publicly, this is what he believed. If you're white,
you're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
If you're black, get back. So, and in society, like, I'm sure, and I can't speak for you, but I mean, we probably didn't think about this as much, but it's something when you're growing up as a black female. I never had this worldview, but I think about it now, like, and you go to a toy store and every single doll is white. Most of the content, you an 80s baby, it's different than now. Like with my 2-year-old daughter, if I want her to see, when we watching YouTube and cartoons, if I want her to see a cartoon where all proceeds actually go to Africans and they sell, for real.
Proceeds.
Like for real, like it's Achille and me. Like I watched this with my daughter, and like it's a cartoon that sings the songs and all the stuff like the other YouTubers do, but like they sell merchandise. All of it goes to nonprofits for like African communities.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like so, like I say that to say that there is a platform now that if I want to expose my daughter to that, as well as all the other content, I can create that balance in her life. But back as an 80s baby, if you went to Toys R Us, which some of you young motherfuckers won't even, what the fuck is a Toys R Us? Like all of those toys, there was this subliminal identity crisis because you're like, why don't these toys look like me? Why are none of these shows indicative of me? Like I got one night a week. Real shit. If you 80s baby, you might have had one motherfucking night a week where you had a show that was black for you. You had your Live in Color night. You had your motherfucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air
Family
night.
Matters.
You had your Family Matters night. You
Cosby
had
Show.
you had all of that.
Different
You
world,
had you had your night for
Yeah.
that. But all other 6 days of the week, that content is something that you may be interested in. It may be great content, but as an African American, you can't identify with. It's a world that you've never seen or experienced, and you used to that. You used to that.
So that what's the answer then?
The answer is motherfuckers is programmed for that, and it comes back to, for me, segue into our next question: is the internet raising your kids?
Well, hold on, don't go there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I ain't go. That's what it goes back to. Motherfuckers are programmed to think that white is right. White laws, white principles, white standards.
Right.
These are the basis,
Right.
not something that comes from me.
Yeah. And that ain't, you know what I'm saying? That ain't no rehearsed shit,
not.
cause me and Rain, we ain't never we talk about all kind of shit, but we ain't never talked about that specific quote and the fact that I could feel it in. I heard it too, like growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like just crazy shit. And my lady had put me on something, man, like.
And you from South Carolina, and I heard that quote from somebody from Arkansas.
Real spill. Like, she had put me on something about, I don't know how it was, man. Like, a chick was just going off, you know what I'm saying, like on her dude about some rah-rah shit. Like, I don't even know what it was about. But he kind of said something similar, like checked on something she had did at work. She didn't get offended when the white man, her boss, said it, but when her dude that she lived with said the same thing, she just went off on him. And so we was talking about that, like, I started thinking, like, man, that shit do happen for real, because I ain't never had, like, but one real job. And I see that shit, nigga. Like, you could be in the heart of a conversation with somebody, and even outside of work, I see this. I done seen this shit, man, at the gym. I done seen this shit at the barbershop, bro, everywhere. Motherfucker be in a conversation, white person walk in, whole temperature change. It's like niggas will act like they doing some wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling Merv the other day, like, bro, I was so programmed, like, to where I really respect people who be unapologetically black.
Right.
I love that shit. Let me tell you why, cause nigga, I would do shit like if I pulled up to the gas station, cause I done had so many bad run-ins with the police and all kind of bullshit. If I'm blasting some rap and it's saying like bitch, pussy, all that shit, I would turn it down.
Yeah,
I've
been there.
Saying? Out of respect, cause I'm like, oh, they go a white person, they probably now, nigga. If I'm probably gonna turn that shit up another notch. You know what I'm saying? Because listen,
nigga.
Real spill. It ain't about trying to be confrontational, but nigga, it's like I feel like now more than ever, bro, it's time to really like not apologize for who you are, like who you put here to be, like walking your purpose, walking your color, like all of that, man.
Yeah.
Love that shit. Like fuck them if they don't like it. Fuck them. I'm not making you comfortable no more.
And that's the same with, hair.
Yeah.
How you wear your hair, how you dress.
Yeah.
I saw a post that some states, so I want to say it's North Carolina, like some of the discrimination on like certain types of hair, updos and African, like dreadlocks, some of the predominant African American hairstyles, they're no longer like looking at as like, you can't wear this in your workspace. So I think I still, unless it's like some classic vintage, like you white people need to hear this, UGK.
Right.
I'm pretty much cutting everything down just because of the sense that I'm not apologetic. I'm proactive, and I look at it like I try to look at it from a white person's perspective. If a lot of this is beyond you, and from the context of your understanding, what you see is not racist, I don't want you to be on high alert when you hear me pull up, and now you feel like you might be in a situation where you clutching. Because most of the times as a black man, you already have a reason in your mind where you're like, I should probably be clutching.
Yeah.
Whether you with some street shit or not.
Yeah.
That's just where we are. So I might cut it down. But if I got some Curtis Mayfield or some shit like that, like you motherfucking white people know this shit too anyway. I'm like, if you hadn't heard it, you need to get this in your motherfucking life. But what I won't do though and this is ironic, and then I'm gonna move on. But like, if it's a group of white people and I'm pulling up, if I'm listening to a white person's song, I'm not gonna play that out loud. Like, I'm not gonna pull up to an all white spot, even if I got a Maroon 5 song, or I love Journey. I got some Journey songs I just fucking love. I'm not gonna pull up playing that shit. So you get the wrong impression. I don't want you to think, you know what I'm saying? From a first, I don't want you to get me fucked up.
Right.
And the same way, the last thing I'll say is it's super ironic because, like you said, if a white person walk into a barbershop, everybody gonna act different as if either what they're saying is illegal or they want to protect the culture, but yet you will openly and regularly give and sell and just market and exploit your culture to white people with fucked up business contracts, with terrible business acumen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they walk in the barbershop, you just like, oh, nah. But when they pull you into their environment in the meeting room and with a contract in front of you, you act like you can't read. You act like your high school system has failed you, which it probably, ironically, has. And no one taught you about these principles. You just wanted to get signed. You just wanted to get a deal. You just wanted to get on. And you signed a fucking fucked up deal.
So, nah, I think open-minded, free-thinking black people can definitely thrive without white guidance. People who just under that taught mentality, that institutionalized thinking, the books you was fed, all that shit. Hell no, y'all can't thrive without that shit because it's ingrained in you. You can't get that shit out of you, man. So, you know, free thinking over here. Anyway, so that you said that you was talking about, you mentioned in there about clutching and you was talking about that rap shit. I just got real quick, forgot to share that at the beginning, man.
RP.
Yeah, RP 18 Vino, man.
Yeah.
Like I didn't I listened to a couple home songs. The fact, anytime I see a young nigga doing something positive that's getting him some money, I don't give a fuck really what he rapping about. I love that shit because
he was young.
He was young, but you could also look at him and tell he was hungry for it and he had been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? And so shout out to all them young niggas like even Jetson, down Nico, for them niggas really, PG Rod for really trying to take Buddy into a better situation to get him out of his situation. You know what I'm saying? But I asked
Where was he from?
Winsboro. So I say that to say, man, do you think rappers are targeted?
Two parts to this. First off, like you said, RP 18 Vino. What I found from a DJ perspective, I just want to throw out, I think it's significant. When I played it at a lot of older crowds, they may not react. But when I played 18 Vino for like a team party or a party where it's like a lot of younger cats, they fucking went insane. They love that nigga. They love that nigga. But do I think rappers are targeted? I think as a black man, it don't matter what your title is, bro. It's like we focus on the difficulties of the black gangster, the black street nigga, the black athlete. There's no position being black that doesn't come with you have to have a certain awareness, right? That I got to move a certain way, period, to be successful as a black man, because shit can fuck up easily for me. There's a pitfall right here. It don't matter what field. It don't matter your level of education. It doesn't matter what degrees you got. It don't matter what city you from. Let me tell you, it don't even matter what fucking continent you are. As a black man, black woman, you know there's a motherfucking pitfall in your career path right there that'll fuck you up. And we kind of talked about this other week, just when we talked, we talked about Gip in that interview, man. Like, as a rap nigga, like, whether you a real nigga or not, that's not even gonna be up for discussion to me. If you talk about that street shit, that gun shit, that gutter shit, it don't matter if you lived it. It don't matter if your family members or somebody you close to in your heart lived it and you was just in the hood. Niggas are gonna see you about that energy that you putting out. Live by the tongue, or the power and the word of the tongue is what you speak in life. You live by the gun, the gun, you die by the gun. You live by the knife, you die by the knife. Whatever it is, you live by love, you die by love. You know, so I think that you just got to know in your position how you need to move to be successful.
Right.
And I think too many black people take that I don't give a fuck, I'm one of one, as opposed to, nigga, we all going through these struggles. This shit is normalized, bro. Like, everybody knows this struggle. The question is, what is anybody going to do to fix it or try to care about it?
Right.
We all know what's going on now.
You made an interesting point when you talk about that energy, man. I don't think rappers are targeted. I think the energy is targeted. You know what I mean? Like, and I say that, man, like, if, you know, you got kind of idea how it go. But for me, just looking at it as being a rapper, I don't, if a nigga do something to me, man, I'm say it right here, a nigga was hating. I don't do shit but blow green, try and get me some green, rap, take care of my family, man. So I'm all the way out the way. Like, I ain't in none of these niggas' way. So if you hear a nigga did something to damn me, you know that nigga was damn being real crazy. And my people around me was off point. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta, man, think about what you're putting out there, bro. That shit is really real. And when I started really guarding and moving how what I put out in the atmosphere, that's when shit really started changing for me personally. And I tell you niggas this, man, too, man, like, everybody, they don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see you come from the same struggle they in and make it out. They want you stuck in that same struggle with them, or at least let them go first. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit. That's the, hey nigga. Hey, you gotta drop some bars on that shit, nigga. Real shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why the nigga? Watch that energy.
I don't know what's worse. A nigga that wanna be first, or a nigga get mad cause he ain't sending back his verse, or that nigga, he ain't send me my deposit. I don't do a deposit, I do full up front. Man. He sent me half, say I'll send you the other half next month. This ain't your rent, homie. I evict you right now. I don't wait till the 15th. I take, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the MC that them niggas ready to bring the beat back. Niggas still had bars. He was like, I got more to go. Bars, nigga. Watch when you see another podcast do some shit like this. Just know where they got it from.
Yeah, you know, trendsetters.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but real shit. I forgot what I was saying. But we was talking about nigga wanted to do it first. You'll get a lot of that too, man. It's just a lot of I want to be first niggas. It's like, I can support you, but let me do it first. Then that way I can look like I reach back. I don't give a fuck who go up through there. You see people arguing about all that shit in Carolina. Who go put Carolina on? Nigga, that shit don't matter, nigga. It doesn't matter.
People lose context of that.
It don't
and
matter.
And then if they and people don't realize, it's like you gotta have a bigger sense of where you at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because at the end of the day, that's not gonna be, and when history look back at you, it's not gonna be important. Like, when you look back at history, if you like Bone Thugs and Harmony, or if you like Twister, you like Do or Die, what you're not gonna be talking about in history is who made the style first, who bit the style of the fastest, who was actually in the Guinness Book of World Records. It's like, you like their music, you like the catalog, it has its place in history, or you don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
So the same goes with, you know, Carolina, who's going to be first. It's going to be who's relevant, who's remembered, who does something to make themselves stand out, not where they were in the pace of other rappers in a place. So if you're worried about where you are, juxtapose another rapper, or juxtapose somebody else's life, you are looking at shit wrong, bro.
Gotta focus on what got you there, man. Keep pushing you. You got just be consistent, man. The work gonna talk for itself. You know, people can't deny quality work. You just gotta keep working, man.
Content is like motherfucking stock, man. And if you keep putting out dope ass content, I'm losing all my words today. But if you just keep putting out dope ass content, man, your stock gonna go up.
And it's okay not to have ops too, man. I just want to let y'all know that. But let me tell you something else, some real shit. I'm gonna drop some game on y'all. A lot of these niggas are saying they have ops. They don't really have ops. One of my homeboys told me he was damn at a studio. And the nigga like me, cause even like when you ain't in the streets no more and you ain't doing bullshit, you still conduct yourself like you in the streets. You still act like you riding dirty. You still, you know what I'm saying, watch the routes you take home, all that shit. So he was saying like he was at a studio with like a lot of niggas who came in, Sticks, you know what I'm saying? Dude came in to rap. Dude was rapping about Sticks. He said there were like 6 of them niggas in the room. Dude had his phone out, like going around. He was like, "Hey, bro, what y'all doing?" Say like, "Man, we get these niggas on the live." You know what I'm saying? He said he down stepped back. He said down he was outside down smoking a cigarette. He said one of the niggas came out there like, "Bro, you straight?" He said, "Nigga, y'all niggas tripping. Like, I don't know who raised y'all, but if y'all really had some ops that y'all rapping about, and y'all on that live, cause back in the day, if we had that shit," he was like, "Bro, think about how many people ain't get their ass beat cause they really hid. We couldn't find them.
Niggas was laying low.
Niggas was laying low. Niggas that couldn't get fucked up cause they really was out the way. But now niggas show everything. Ain't no way you got real ops and doing no shit like that. Not when I think of an op, I think of somebody who, nigga, you can't, there's no way y'all can be around each other. Like, it's on sight as soon as you see that person. So, I think niggas are throwing that word out like it's cool. Like, yeah, I gotta have some ops. No, you don't, man. Don't go out there looking for ops. Cause you gotta
have some stocks, not no motherfucking ops, nigga.
Or have ops, but let it be opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like opportunities to do better, like do other shit. Like, or like Rain say, have some stocks, but
yeah, don't look at it like competition, man.
Yeah, that shit ain't cool. You already got enough ops that you don't even realize yet. If you live to get older, you gonna be like, damn, that's an op, but they look just like me. Or damn, that's really my op. They look nothing like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna start learning that shit, man. So I just, every week, man, I'm gonna try and give y'all young niggas some game, man. Like, real shit, bro. Like, it's too many of y'all losing your life. It's too many of y'all I feel crashing out. Niggas not telling y'all what y'all need to be doing, bro. I don't want to see none of y'all niggas do nothing but get y'all some fucking money, bro.
Even the baby said that shit. Like, you know, like, if a nigga popping and he hot, like, I ain't finna hate on him. I'll probably go shop with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
get some money, man. That's it. Stack your bread, take care of your family, and stay out the way. Way out the way. So damn, Rain had was bringing up an interesting subject a little earlier. We'll close out as we segue into that, but he was talking about the internet. Our parents finding themselves guilty of allowing the internet to raise the babies.
The internet is your kid's daddy, and I say 100% yes, because it's so many different layers to peel back. It's an onion, but I'm gonna hit you with a couple real quick, and I'm gonna ride. Like, first of all, a lot of you parents, the same way you be watching your kids' social media, your kids be watching your shit too. Boy. Even if they don't fucking follow you.
Come on in.
So they see you on the internet acting petty as fuck, acting ratchet as fuck. So even if you got a household where you instill certain principles, your kids still gonna watch you. And guess what? In this day and age, they gonna watch the social media you too. So when they see you on that petty shit, they see you still, arguing over some dumb shit, some shit that don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Over petty people who you might have fucked in the past, you might not have. You know what I'm saying? You ready to go meet somebody on the internet and fight. What the fuck you think your kids gonna do? The internet is now your daddy, as opposed to the principles. If you was doing some shit as a parent back in the day, you had no business, you could separate your kids from that. You could just be like, okay, when I'm alone, when I'm not around my kids, I can do this, and this is that. And I can hide that from them until they're to a certain age or a point of awareness in their life. It's not like that now. So they can see all of that. So a lot of you parents are hypocritical in your parenting and your interneting.
That's hard.
For example, but like I said, there's a whole bunch of different ways to look at it. Like, some of y'all, you not parenting at all. And all your kids is getting is this internet. So, like, and I be sitting in the club sometime because it's like I play all of these different songs. And, a thing now is like at a point in the night, like you play a couple songs that have got their relevance from TikTok, right? And it's just like you play the song and then everybody do the TikTok dance tied to the song. And it's like, man, I remember a time that everybody in the club even if they played a song they love, did not move the exact same way. Like the internet has literally told you this is how you dance. This is exactly how you move to this song. This is what you do. So I was just peeping in the club. I don't know if I had too many drinks or what. Probably because I had a hookah. That hookah just be putting me somewhere else. I had to stop that shit. But anyway, like I look at these people now. I'm just looking like, look at so many people. You can tell what social media platforms they were on and what they were using just by the way they move, just by what responds and motivates them, like what gets them like clicking, like, oh shit. And I'm like, it's the same thing.
Right.
The way these chicks are dancing, the way they're twerking, the way that they engage each other, the way that women engage each other. They're like, oh shit, they with their girls in the club and somebody bend their ass over on another girl and they go crazy and she smack her ass and then they stop after 12 seconds and then laugh about it, then go. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the exact same thing. It's like every single group is doing, and you know, it's like, okay, I can tell you what website is raising you. I can point to the URL and tell you who your daddy is. I can click on that motherfucker, you know? So I thought about it that way, but I ain't going to keep running in the ground. But yeah, the internet is your real daddy for a lot of you motherfuckers.
It is, and it's sad. My daughter, she 15. She can't be on the internet unsupervised. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's something related to her YouTube channel, and even with that, gotta have parameters set on that, because, man, it's so much stuff. Like, it could be the most innocent thing, too, they looking at, and some bullshit could pop up.
They clicking.
You know what I mean? Like, they targeting kids, like, and they put subtleties in ads that kids pick up on and be like, it might be something as simple as a color or something that a kid will focus on, and it might lead them down a path on some other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But it's programming the minds of our kids. So you really got to be a active parent, and that's something, man, that drive me crazy. If I'm like pre-COVID or something, like if I'm out, you know what I'm saying, like at a movie, or if I'm out like damn at a restaurant or anywhere, and I just see a parent just throw a kid a tablet, like what is you doing? Like, allow the kid to look at the scenery while they out. They don't even know what's going on around them, bro. Like, they don't know what the inside of the store look like. They don't know what the cars around them look like, because all you see them doing is looking down at a screen. They're oblivious to what goes on. So you got to stop that, because even from that standpoint, you think that your kid is, oh, I don't have my kids sheltered. They're in the world. They're in the world, but they just existing. They're not taking in the world, because you just feed them through a screen.
They don't see any value in it.
They don't see any value in it. So,
and as a side note, you bitch ass parents, what you should not do, and it may not be about the errand, but don't go and motherfucking be smoking your car with nicotine, with weed, with CBD, with motherfucking anything with your kid, your little bitty kids up in there.
I hate seeing
windows
that,
up, tinted out. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, stall a little motherfucking homie out. They lungs ain't even fully developed, and you got them fucked up in the game. Like your habit, like your vice is now gonna kill your kids.
You know what I'm saying? Smoking pregnant, bruh.
I have seen that.
That shit.
I've seen them drinking pregnant.
Up the wall, nigga. Like, what is you doing? You know what I mean? Like, for real.
I keep the same principles, because, you know, if I don't know you as a pregnant woman, honestly, you know, I'm gonna have my opinions about it, but I'm not finna walk up to you and be like, you need to put that motherfucking cigarette. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Baby. So I just put my head down, I shake my head, and I keep moving the same way. I don't judge somebody who freebasing. I don't judge somebody who, whatever your little situation or vice may line up to be. It's not my place.
Yeah, it ain't our place, man. So
we told you motherfuckers here.
Yeah, we told. Hey, listen, we told y'all we dropping game every week. Shout out to everybody who fuck with us. Shout out to people who done reached out since we came back, man. People been talking like, boy, y'all came back like y'all never left. Like, we love the new setup. We love the ideas y'all boys got. Like, hey, man, we just want to keep getting better, yo. We want to keep working with like-minded people. So if you really serious about damn linking up, driving, you know what I'm saying, this shit, man, like, let's do it. let's have a conversation about it, and just make sure that you're creative and you consistent, you willing to be consistent, and you understand what come with it. So just keep that. Yeah, we do.
We surely do. We surely do. But yeah, man, it's the truth, man. We in the gym, you know that, man. Hit up the gym 570-235. You can also reach us via email at isaypodcast@gmail.com. I say podcast, all one word, player. Find us on that IG. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up on Facebook, baby. Shoot us a little comment or something, daddy. Do something, you dig? And of course, you can send your music. We doing things different. It just is what it is. Ever since we started with music, everybody else has music. So we still are part of the culture. You can still send us your music, and we can still drop motherfucking music whenever the fuck we choose. So send that to book djrain@gmail.com or I say podcast@gmail.com. On behalf of Merv Bo is the real truth. I'm DJ Rain. We signing out, my nigga, and we'll see ya.
Yeah.